All right, welcome to Riverhead Raceway, everyone. First car out, I believe, is going to be Kyle Elwood in the number 1 in the crate mod division. Could be wrong. Let's see what happens when he rolls over. Nope, that looks like Mike Albacini in the 66. Here he goes down for his first lap. $12,902. $12,892 for Mike Albacini. Where did everybody get the new Riverhead Raceway? Kyle Elwood in the number 1. $12,880 for Kyle Elwood. $12,801 on the second lap. He's going to pull up. I believe we have Joey Braun next in the 87. $12,859 for Joey Braun in the 87. $12,764 completes Joey Braun's run. I believe he's going to be doubling double duty tonight in the Legends as well. This should be Andrew Farnham. Newcomer to this division, Andrew Farnham. $13,013 for Andrew Farnham. $12,939. Next up is a kid we've been waiting to see, Sean Glennon. I We'll be riding tonight in the 37. Twelve 696. Puts him up at the top right now. '22 of Thomas Sokolsky. $13,186 for the 22. $12,920. Still got Sean Glenn at the top of the pile. What's up? Oh, here's a fast car. Chase Grennan in the 55.
First lap completed by Chase Grennan. A 12.757. Second lap as he comes to the line. Second. 12.644. Puts Chase Grennan second right now.
Timmy Salamino in the number 5.
Timmy Salamino now running in the crate modified division. He's going to take a run in this number 5 car. First lap for the number 5 of Timmy Salamino. 12.796. And through 3 and 4, the second lap for Timmy Salamino. Fourth. 12.797. Is that really fourth?
Stephen Coleman out of East Ice will be in the 0. 12.733 for Stephen Coleman. $12.823 for Stephen Coleman.
Next car out on the raceway, the number 18, Eric Hersey. Spent some time in the Legends division, not seen in the Legends anymore. Now is here in the Crate Modifieds full time. We'll take his first lap here. First lap, 12.896. And his second lap, 12.822. So a little off the pace compared to our faster cars. Eric Hersey.
A.J. DeSantis in the 27. I know he's been in victory lane already this year. $12.662 for A.J. DeSantis. $12.613.
That should be good for second. Rolling out on the raceway now is the number 16. Alex Colasanto, the number 16. First time I believe it's the first time we've seen him out here this year. He's normally a regular here in the Crate Modified division. He takes a green flag. Always recognize him from that Corvette back panel he's got on that car.
Yeah, that's the only way I recognize it as well.
I don't feel like I've seen it this year until now. So he completes his first lap.
12.941.
And we'll see what the second lap here brings for Alex as he rotates through 3 and 4 right down to the stripe. And a 12.814 for Alex Colasanto in the number 16. I think we did hear we had a couple of extra crate modifieds out here today. Obviously a big event as Max Hanley now takes the raceway in the number 49. Warming up those tires, warming up those brakes. Takes a green flag here. He has shown a lot of strength in the street stock division, looking for victory lane for the first time this year in the crate modifieds as he takes his green flag for his first lap. Off of corner number 4 and taking the white flag. A 12.607. First time around, a fast lap that time. That should be good for second quick. We'll go down here to the stripe. 12.517.
Oh, that puts him right at the top. He just beat Sean Glennon.
A strong lap there in qualifying for Max Hanley to put him at the top of the board.
Oh, but here comes Vinny Delaney. He could be up there.
See what Delaney has here for time trials. He takes a green flag and gets his qualifying run underway. First lap for Vinny Delaney in the number 46, a 12.858. And the second lap, to complete his qualifying run, 12.624. For Vinny Delaney, that should be good for fourth quickest. Out on the raceway now, a former Crate Modified champion, an all-time leading Crate Modified winner. The number 38, that is Owen Grennan as he takes his green flag here. Back in the Crate Modified division. He's only run a couple of races this year in that number 38. He spends most of his time full-time in the Tour Modified division as his first lap is a 12.623. And through 3 and 4 to complete his second lap. He slowed down. I don't know, it sounded like he almost cut the motor off. I mean, he was good for 4th quickest on his first lap. It seemed like he abandoned his second lap, so maybe just wanting to run one lap there for Owen Grennan in the 38. So we'll keep an eye out to see what happened there. As the next car rolls out on the raceway. That's the number 7. I believe that's Charles McWhinney. That is Charles McWhinney in the number 7. Starting his run here. First lap. 12.851 for Charles McWhinney. Goes through 3 and 4 here. Complete his qualifying run. 12.779. Should be good for 9th quickest thus far.
Glad to see Terry Styles in the 41 back on the track. Came out here for this race tonight out of Rocky Point, New York. Terry Styles usually a good time trialer. $12.811. $12.737.
Rolling out on the raceway now. That is the 9 of Michael Berner. A strong competitor here in the Crate Modified division. Rolling through 3 and 4 to take the green flag. And how about the back panel on that car honoring Tommy Kraft, TK, who we're running 2 figure 8 features for tonight, 2 9-lap figure 8 features. As the number 9 rolls through to complete his first lap, a 12.661 for the number 9. That should be good for 7th quickest as he rotates through 3 and 4. And off of turn 4, a 12.648. He improves just a little bit more, but still looks good for 7th quickest. So his qualifying is completed here. Our last car out on the raceway. How about the 49 of Max Hanley, a 12.517. He is on the pole tonight for our Crate Modified 112 lap Crate Modified feature in honor of Dennis Krupski.
In heat number 1 in the 92 will be Edward Statlander. Welcome back to Riverhead Raceway. Chase Van Houten in the 09. Keep your eye on him. Kyle Elwood, 36. Wow, he's going to be chasing Chase Van Houten around. It's going to be pretty cool. Anthony Marsh in the 33. Mark Goodnick in the 60. Alex Johnson in the 13. Steve Harding in the 56. And Kevin Nowak got a start from the back in the 53. Keep your eye on that 53. He is a fast little legend car.
We got a stacked heat for Heat 1.
Yeah, we sure do.
Kyle Elwood, Chase Van Houten, who we haven't really seen all year.
He's been running absolutely everywhere. Waterford, Bristol. He's been everywhere.
So now back here at his old stomping grounds of Riverhead, and Kevin Nowak obviously in the 53.
I think we're going to see his little sister, too, in the Bandos. Oh, we got Kendall Van Houten coming up, too, in the 29. She'll be in heat number 3. Got the whole Van Houten family here, I believe. I got Mike Van Houten. Kendall Van Houten. I do not see a Brad Van Houten, so Brad's the only one out.
Oh, where's Brad? Can't have a legend feature without BVH. Getting the lineup sorted out here.
Yeah, the 9 is the 9.
Still waiting on Mark Godnick in the number 60. He's not out on the racetrack at this point, but is slated. Godnick slated to start 5th, but I am noticing the 15 out there. We got a lot of legends out here, folks. Multiple heats for these drivers. We got a lot of them that we got to sort for qualifying. So trying to figure out who is in what heat and where do they start. Right now we're missing the 60 of Mark Godnick. Ryan Barbieri, I believe, drives that 15, who is right now in the back. I believe the 15 of Barbieri is supposed to start not in heat number 1, in a later heat. So the field's getting rolling now. The field that we do have, we're still waiting on Mark Godnick, and if you looking down off of turn 4, there's a lot of legends here tonight. So as the field comes to a stop here, all gridded up, ready to go.
I believe we got 32 on the property.
A lot of legends. Always seem to have close to or almost a full field of legends competing here at Riverhead Raceway. Always an exciting division to watch. Here comes.
Here comes the 60. It's a little bobble in the lineup. We added 2 drivers at the last possible second, and it's kind of throwing our paperwork off.
So Mark Godnick in the 60. You see them there on Flow Racing. He's lined up 5th here tonight. 3rd on the inside lane.
All right, here we go. We're ready to roll off. Sorry about the confusion.
So Ed Statlander is going to lead this field to green here in just a few moments, with Chase Van Houten on his outside. A 4-time feature event winner riding in 3rd. That's Kyle Elwood and Anthony Marsh.
But keep an eye on that back. That's Kyle.
On the
Kevin
outside.
Nowak in that 53. He's all the way in the back.
Nowak has 1 feature event win this year at Riverhead, but is always a strong competitor every week. And we have a good handful of drivers here who are definitely competitors each and every week. As the field gets the 1 to go from Jim Kelly. Ed Statlander rolls into 3 and 4 with Chase Van Houten on his outside, and the green flag is in the air, and already Mark Gomnick in the 60 spins around off of turn number 4, but we are underway. Statlander and Chase Van Houten side by side, and Chase Van Houten's going to have an edge on the outside. There's contact, and around goes Chase Van Houten. Everyone keeps it straight, though, and Kyle Elwood's going to end up with the lead in turn number 1.
Yeah, the 92 shouldn't have really just ran right into the 9.
So Elwood is now out in front, as it turns out. The 13 of Michael Metcalf is currently fighting for second with Anthony Marsh in the 33, who looks like Marsh is going to complete that pass off of turn number 2. Back to third goes Metcalf. In fourth is Kevin Nowak, as Chase Van Houten will look to try to drive his way through the field, and Ed Statlander behind him.
The 9 looks like he's on a mission right now.
I'm sure he's got to be pretty disappointed with how this race has started for him, but
Started up front and got kind of messed with.
that set him back now, but he's picking them off one by one. In that number 09 as the field sees halfway this time. Elwood with a solid lead over Anthony Marsh. And Nowak is now up to third, and Chase Van Houten's up to fourth. So like we said before, a stacked heat, and we're seeing a lot of the strong competitors quickly find their way to the front of the field.
I don't think Chase has enough time to catch Nowak.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. He's got about a couple, multiple car lengths back at this point.
And Elwood's just pulling away.
Elwood with a comfortable lead as well, as we're already coming to 2 to go here in heat race number 1. So after a pretty interesting start to the heat race, things have filed their way through. We haven't seen any cautions, and Kyle Elwood, who started third in this race, by virtue of circumstance, finds his way up to the front, although you can never deny that number 36 with Kyle Elwood behind the wheel. He takes the white flag, and he's on the final lap here. Anthony Marsh in second, Nowak is third, and Chase Van Houten is fourth. Off of corner number 4, that looks like that's how they're going to finish. Elwood over Marsh, Nowak, Van Houten, and in fifth is Michael Metcalf in the number 13. So that is how heat race number 1 will conclude.
Okay, next heat race, starting first will be in the 57, Alex Hallinar. Starting second will be Will Sapala in the number 8. Starting third will be Jimmy Sylvester in the number 2. Starting fourth will be Charles Hodge the third. He's in car number 12. Jeff Ferrugia starting fifth. He'll be in the 18. Joey Braun, keep your eye on him. He'll be in the 41, starting sixth. Chris Sinatro driving the number 88 will start 7th. And Tucker Bach in car number 34 will start 8th. Yeah, we're good.
It's a new paint job there on that number 88. I've never seen that one before. It's usually that, it was the typical blue and white. Looked like it almost had lightning all over the car, but different look for the 88 this time. Going to have to be something we have to get used to.
I like it. Looks good.
It looks very good. There it is. You can see on Flow Racing. Alex Hallinar on the pole, and a graduate of the Bandolero division, and Will Sapala.
Yeah, just
right
like
up on his
Sapala.
outside. And current competitors in the Bandolero division, Tucker Bach starting at the tail end of the field. He's doing a little double duty tonight. I'm interested to see that third row, as you mentioned, Deej. Joey Braun and Jeff Ferrugia. There's the 2 fast race cars right there in the third row.
I got Jimmy Sylvester in front of him, too.
I was interested to see what Sylvester was going to do tonight. He's been a little bit of time since he's found his way up to the front of the field in victory lane, but we'll keep an eye out for that number 2. As this green flag drops, and we're underway for heat race number 2.
Sapala knocked his tires way loose off the first start.
It looked like he might have spun the tires, maybe didn't get them warm enough,
Yeah,
as Hallinar is out in front, and Sylvester is up to second. Good side-by-side battle for third. There comes Ferrugia.
Joey Braun is just stuck. He's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, Braun's going to just have to wait this out. I'm sure once he waits it out and the field gets single file, he'll start picking them off one by one as a battle for the lead. Here comes Jim Sylvester in the 2. Underneath Hallinar, he's going to snag the lead away. Ferrugia is going to battle for second now as Hallinar is stuck up on the outside. And a good side-by-side battle going on here for second place. Will Sapala behind them as you see through turns 3 and 4. Sylvester trying to open up the lead, but here comes Jeff Ferrugia. He's cleared for second place now. And a big moment there. Looked like the front. Will Sapala might have lost the front end of that race car. It looked like his car took off turn number 2, and he lost a couple spots because of that. Now he's hung up on the outside.
Yeah, way to go.
Hallinar finds himself comfortably in third. Joey Braun is in fourth. First and second still remains Jim Sylvester and Jeff Ferrugia. And now a challenge for the lead, possibly brewing. Is off for corner number 4. Ferrugia has really closed in on Sylvester.
Joey Braun's right there on the 57 of Hallinar.
It looks like, as he goes in low here into turn number 3, it looks like Ferrugia is almost trying to dime in the corner, maybe trying to go in a little higher and then drive off more straight off the exit and try to get underneath the 2, but it's not working at this moment. As they see 2 to go this time. Sylvester takes 2 to go here with a mirror full of Jeff Ferrugia, who bobbles a little bit there in corners 1 and 2, and he's going to lose a little ground because of that. And there's Joey Braun in the 41. So a battle brewing for second here is all Jim Sylvester wants to see as he takes the white flag. And there goes Braun for second. Right underneath Jeff Ferrugia off of corner number 2. But through 3 and 4, Jim Sylvester, with a couple strong cars behind him, is going to take down the win here in heat race number 2. Second is Joey Braun. Third, Jeff Ferrugia. Fourth, Alex Hallinar. And fifth is CJ Sinatro, Chris Sinatro, the 88.
I think if Joey Braun had one more lap, I think he would have got him.
Oh, he might have. He was coming in a hurry right there.
That car was going around this track on rails.
Heat race number 3 getting ready to get underway here. Starting on the pole, the number 81, that is Rich Braun. Starting second in the 14, that is Jaden Glenister. Starting third, the 39 of Riley O'Keefe with 1 feature event win this year. Starting fourth, a member of the Bandolero division. In the number 43, that is Kicksbach. He's doing double duty tonight. Starting fifth, the number 7, the youngster Rodney Dowlis, who has 1 win this year. Starting sixth, another Van Houten, the number 29, that is Kendall Van Houten. Starting 7th, the number 78, that is Philip Alemo the 5th. And starting 8th, last, the number 42, that is Pat Moore. Cars rolling out on the raceway. How about a new look for Rodney Dallas? All white. He was always all black with a white number 7 now.
It just don't. I mean, that's not. I was looking for his car, but that's
all white with a gold number 7 and nice reflective
black
numbers.
with the green.
Yeah,
I like this color.
Couple new looks here. I feel like this week we've seen a lot of competitors returning with brand new looks on their race cars, or just returning in general. Front of the field, there's Rich Braun and Jaden Glenister. Riley O'Keefe, a strong competitor, and Rodney Dowlis. We'll see how they work on the inside here. They're second and third row on the inside, that black number 39 and that white number 7. Another graduate of the Bandolero division, Philip Alemo the 5th. He's in the number 78, inside on the last row. We're quickly seeing a lot of these Bandolero youngsters finding their way to the Legends division, and beyond that, we've seen Chevy Romney already in the crate modifieds now.
Yeah, Lamo was a Bando driver last year. Doing pretty good, too. We won a couple Consis. Saw that. Kendall Van Houten home from Sacred Heart University in Connecticut.
1 to go. So we'll see Rich Braun and Jaden Glenister lead this field to green for heat race number 3 for the INEX Legends. Into the Newsday Go Zone in turns 3 and 4. The green flag is out, and we're underway once again. And it looks like maybe a slow start there for the inside lane and contact. 3 cars around. Kendall Van Houten, Pat Moore, and Zach Kicksbach of the 43. All in trouble right here on the front stretch as the green flag dropped. And our first caution of the evening. You're in heat race number 3.
I think one car dropped out of line, and then it just caused a pileup around here.
It looked like that inside lane just didn't go. I don't know if something happened with Rich Braun in the 81, but it looked like there was a jumble up in the inside lane. And it just
something's
stacked
wrong
up.
with Kendall Van Houten's car, because I think that front wheel is towed out way hard.
Something broke, and maybe a tie rod or something.
Yeah,
Pat
maybe it's a
Moore,
tie rod.
Pat Moore was able to drive his car to the pits behind turns 3 and 4. Kicksbach is still out there in the 43. You see him right here rolling up. I'm not sure. He might have not been involved in that. He may have just darted to the left to the infield. I can't really tell, but definitely a lot of damage to the 29
He might have dove
right
in
now.
to avoid it.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see here on the flow replay once we get it. What exactly happened? So you're trying to get the door open there to the 29, maybe? No?
Yeah, the coming to the rate of the front end of this car is broken.
Oh, you can see it right here. A lot of contact to the back of the fields we just saw here on the flow replay. Kind of watch here from this front row, the 81 of Rich Braun. It looks like everyone's darting around. Ooh, contact between the 43 and the 29. So they got 3 wide. 3 wide up in the back there, and contact between the 29 of Kendall Van Houten and the 43 of Kicksbach. That caused the 29 to spin into the 42. So a jumble up towards the rear of the field here in heat race number 1. Takes out a couple of competitors. Pat Moore's diving in the inside here. He sees everyone's getting stacked up, trying to grab some spots, and is just blindsided as the 29 gets pinballed right into the side of him. And Kicksbach just darts to the infield. He's sitting here on the front stretch. We can't see the left side of his race car, so I'm not sure if anything's tremendously damaged here, but they're going to be towing away the 29 of Kendall Van Houten.
Interesting way they removed this car, because the front end damage is so much that they don't want to tow it and cause more damage. So what they're going to do is they're going to pick it up.
And it's also, if you
With
just
the
pick up the front end of that car, you can drag some of the stuff in the back of the car. These cars sitting real low to the ground.
Yeah, you can't really tow them very well, so this is the best option.
Just kind of have to carry them off.
They bring out the claw.
There is a nickname for it, and Steve Halpin has told us before, and I can't remember exactly what the name of it is. But we'll just call it the claw. Well, in the moment, as we have a little break here in the heat race, don't forget, behind the backstretch grandstands, we do have some souvenirs. For those of you first time here to Riverhead Raceway or even returning, we have some new merchandise every year. We always come out with some new stuff. So definitely take a peek out there behind the backstretch grandstands. Check out our merchandise. We got a lot. We also have an online store. You check out riverheadraceway.com. You get all the information for all of our events this year, for the remainder of the season, all the prices, everything you need to know. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this year. As they're towing the 29 of Kendall Van Houten's INEX Legend off the raceway. Pat Moore in the 42 is back out there, so I'm going to look for some passing points, and I can't blame him. He started 8th in this race, right at the tail end of the field, and our passing points, the way they work, is however many spots you have past your starting position, it helps your start for the features. So Pat Moore is going to try to snag some spots here. He's still back at the tail end of the field. Going to try to get as many spots as he can here to improve his starting position. So for each INEX Legend heat race, the top 6 cars qualify, and Pat Moore started 8th. So 2 cars from each race won't qualify, so we'll have approximately 8 cars in the Consi. Consi is our last chance qualifier for these INEX Legends. We usually take either a provisional and the race winner. See there on Flow Racing, there's the 29 being carried off the raceway by the Riverhead Raceway tow truck. And behind them, you can see in the background, got some late models getting ready to go. We're going to do a full restart here, folks, so none of the positions change. There's one more reason I think Pat Moore came back out on the raceway. We never completed a lap. So everyone's going to start exactly where they started, obviously minus the 29 who is no longer out there. Lights go out, 1 lap remaining. Do we get to green? So now we'll have 7 cars out there rather than 8.
Gonna watch that 42. He is fast.
Well, we saw Pat Moore try to make a move there to the inside and ended up getting caught in that first incident. So we'll see what he tries here, and we'll see how the restart goes. We're back underway, and once again, yeah, it looks like the 81 of Rich Braun there maybe didn't go or had some sort of issue, but here comes Rodney Dallas right away. Past Jaden Glenister, he's already to the lead, and here comes Riley O'Keefe in the 39. The 39 and the 7. We mentioned those two were real fast. They both won features this year. And there they go, right away to first and second. And Jaden Glenister putting all sorts of a fight that he can. Still running in third.
Newcomer to the decision, Phil Alamo doing very well in fourth.
Phil Alamo is doing very strong. Pat Moore making a pass on Rich Braun up for corner number 2. We'll see how strong the 42 is after being caught up in that incident. As the front of the field is still the 7 of Rodney Dallas Jr. and the 39 of Riley O'Keefe. And they are having a nice battle for the lead right here into corner number 3. Right down to the stripe. And into corner number 1, Dallas just ahead of O'Keefe. As they're going to see halfway this time, going past the lap car of Kix Bach, who was also involved in that incident. The 43 will stay low. Dallas ahead with the lead into corner number 3. And he's opened up his lead. It looks like maybe a tiny bit here. Nice battle going on in the front of the field. Glenister still in third. Alamo is up to 4th. And in 5th is Pat Moore in the 42.
Dallas and O'Keefe are just running away with this.
Well, they are by far the 2 favorites of this heat race, so shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that they snagged the lead and drove away here. But I do want to give props to Jaden Glenister here as the field sees 2 to go. The 14 of Jaden Glenister is still running very strong. It looks like he's going to easily qualify his way to a feature event with the top 6 drivers coming in, and finishing 3rd here in this heat will definitely help his starting position. As the field sees the white flag, 1 lap to go. Rodney Dallas Jr. in the 7, the 39 of Riley O'Keefe. They run their way through 3 and 4, right down to the stripe. It's Dallas, O'Keefe, Glenister, Alamo, and the 42 of Pat Moore. And that's how they will finish here in heat race number 3. Getting ready now for heat race number 4. And our final heat race of the INEX Legends before our last chance qualifier. Starting on the pole, the number 4, that is Chevy Romney. He also spent some time in the crate modified division. Starting in second, the number 9, that is Colin Hefner. Starting in third, the number 1, that is Nick Hodge. Starting fourth, the 15 of Ryan Barbieri. Starting fifth, the 54, that is Billy King Jr. Starting in sixth, the strong competitor in the number 24, that is Ray Fitzgerald. Starting in seventh, the number 5, that is George Tomko. And rounding out the field in eighth, Mike Van Houten Jr., V-Ride, in the number 3V. As the field gets ready to go here, Romney out in front. Oh, would you look at, okay, so I was curious because I knew there was a 09 of Chase Van Houten. I recognized that car. I didn't recognize the number 9 in the Legends. That car, it might look familiar. That's a backup car for Jeff Ferrugia. So Colin Hefner is getting to drive a backup car for Ferrugia. It's pretty clear. At number 9. So with Ferrugia's talent, you know that's a strong car right there, starting second. And
yeah, I got my eye on Ray Fitzgerald in that 24. I think he's going to be moving. In that 5.
Tomko and Fitzgerald, 2 strong competitors. I also would keep an eye out on Ryan Barbieri in the 15, who accidentally was out here for heat race number 1. He pulled back in. And obviously, I'd like to see what that backup car of Jeff Ferrugia, the 9, Colin Hefner. They plastered that number 9 on there. And of course, we can't forget our pole sitter, Chevy Romney. A lot of talent from Chevy Romney in the crate modifieds and the Bandoleros when he was running that. And now here in the Legends. So field rolls into 3 and 4. We're underway. Green flag going out.
Chevy up front.
Romney and Hefner side by side through 1 and 2, but Romney just, very close off of corner number 2. But
now I'm looking at Romney's car. What is that holding the hood down?
I couldn't
tell. Is that tape?
It might be tape.
That's awesome.
Well, you know what?
Whatever works.
Falls in lines with the rules. Romney's going to run with that tape probably all night long if he needs to. As a nice 3-wide battle here for second place. Hefner under fire from Ryan Barbieri in the 15 and the 5 of George Tomko.
Tim the Tool Mantella would love it.
Oh,
all
yeah.
That duct tape.
Nice battle here for second. Boy, you got multiple cars under a blanket, and Romney hasn't pulled away all that much. He's starting to pull away a little bit more now.
Look at that 5 dive and run under.
Tomko's making it work.
He just caught the bottom, bringing Ray Fitzgerald with him.
Well, Fitzgerald was kind of stuck. He slipped a little bit right there. Fitzgerald slipped a little bit.
I think he's going to get the Fitzgerald's going to get the 15 right about now. Yep, there he goes.
Putting it on there, Ryan Barbieri, and he's going to complete that pass. Hefner behind Fitzgerald, trying to ride the inside lane.
15 to third.
So Romney in first.
Fourth, I'm sorry.
Romney's in first. Tomko's second. In third is Fitzgerald.
6 laps complete.
We're past halfway here, folks, so. Field's starting to spread out now. The next battle you can see is Hefner and Barbieri, the 9 and the 15. Right across the stripe here, and V-Ride has just kind of been hanging out in the back right now. He hasn't been able to make much happen.
Tomko's closing in on Chevy Romney.
He's got a couple laps here.
Yeah, he's close.
2 laps to go here. Romney and Tomko.
Yeah, Tomko's diving down deep, trying to get him.
We could see it right here. A little slip by Romney is going to open the bottom for Tomko, and he's going to have to give it to him. Romney's going to try to make the outside lane work. Maybe a little slip there as the white flag is in the air, and Tomko is there underneath Romney.
I don't know which one that I would have given that one to Tomko, I think.
The 5 and the 4 into corner number 3. Romney sends it in deep.
Oh, he sends
way
it in
up
hard.
the hill, and off of corner number 4, it's going to be Tomko.
Right,
George Tomko takes the win. Romney second, Fitzgerald third, Hefner fourth, and Barbieri fifth.
Guys giving each other a thumbs up on that run.
That was pretty cool to watch. Tomko never gave up. He wanted that heat race win, and I got to admit, Romney sent it in deep there. He gave it all he had into corner number 3, but the car just didn't stick, unfortunately. So
he hit his foot to the floor on that one. All right, late models. I'm going to start off with Ed Cheslak in the 5, starting first. Starting second will be Chris McGuire in the 89. Starting third in the 67 will be Scott Cheslak. Number 4, he won last week here. Ray Manieri, he's got 2 wins this season in the 43. He'll be starting 4th. Kevin Metzger will be starting 5th in the 23. Gerard Giordano will be in the 15. He'll be starting 6th. Sean Patrick will be starting 7th in the 88. Ryan Zukowski will be in the 69, starting 8th. Keith Rotzi, driving car number 2, will start 9th. And Jeremy McDermott will start all the way back in car number 10. Watch that 10 car. He's going to come through that field. So this should just be one heat for them. This is just going to be pretty much for position. So basically, if you only have one heat, you're just going to be out here for position only. The 43, he's won here 2 already this season. I heard he's won at other tracks as well, down at Wall, I believe.
Yeah, Manieri has gone down a Wall. We've had a couple late model drivers actually go down a Wall a couple times to run down there. And it looks like it's helped Manieri because he has gotten stronger and stronger with each and every week, it seems.
So Cheslak's in the 5. He'll be starting us off. And it looks like his brother's on top in the 67. But I don't see Chris McGuire. Good to see Keith Rotzi back. Last week, he had, I think, the whole side of his car ripped off.
Was missing the whole right side of his race car. It was definitely a night to forget for Keith Rotzi, but still out here as we're going to have hot laps. Hot laps are complete. A couple Rocky Point natives, I believe, at the front of the field each.
I know Ed Cheslak, lieutenant in the Rocky Point Fire Department. He's in the number 5. His brother Scott might be from the same town as well. 2 brothers on the pole here. Keep an eye on that number 10. He's all the way in the back. We'll watch him march through this field.
Still trying to figure out our lineup here. Complete the hot laps, get these tires and these brakes warmed up. And then we got to re-rack the field, make sure that everything is ready to go.
Okay, the 23 was on the wrong side, so they had to reline him up. He was supposed to be on the outside, so they just moved him up where he's supposed to be.
I think everything's good now.
It's good now, yeah, but the 23 was on the inside. He's supposed to be on the outside. Not as easy as it looks, people.
Rolling into turns 3 and 4. A couple Cheslaks at the front of the field. They take the green flag, and we're underway. Through turns 1 and 2. That's Ed Cheslak to the front of the field. And Manieri now battling second with Scott Cheslak.
Manieri's the last guy I want chasing me.
Here comes Radiant Ray Manieri.
Yeah, he just got on the inside quick.
His car's looking better and better. Now, you know, obviously, I think a lot of guys are going to be saving their stuff for the feature event, and obviously the one guy you want to look at is that number 10, but he's riding right in the back of the field, going to snag some spots here, but I'm not exactly sure what the plan is for Jeremy McDermott.
But you got to realize this is basically, you have 2 features tonight. You got this and the feature. So you really want to get a good lap in here.
Well, Maneri's taking advantage of that because he sailed to the front of the field, and Gerard Giordano is running in second. We about to see halfway. How about Keith Rotzi going to third in the number 2? Good bounce back week for him. At least the start. Rotzi in the 2 up to third.
Something's definitely amiss in the 5. He has gone all the way to the back.
Maybe the car's just not handling too good.
I don't know. Him and his brother started up front. Now they're all in the back. Keep an eye on that number 10. He's marching.
Slowly making his way towards the front of the field there. He's side by side with Kevin Metzger as we're about to see 2 to go for Ray Maneri. Our last week's feature event winner, and the 15 of Gerard Giordano. Running in second. These are the 2 guys who we saw towards the front of the field here in last week's feature event as they take the white flag.
McDermott's going under the 2 right now.
McDermott's making a charge. I mean, he was just waiting his time, waiting for things to get single file to make his run to the front as Maneri takes the checkered flag. Gerard Giordano was second. In third was Jeremy McDermott by a nose over Keith Rotzi in the 2, and in fifth, the 23 of Kevin Metzger.
That's going to put McDermott way up front in the feature.
Oh, I'm sure it is, and he'll be one to watch out for in that feature event.
Tour mods coming out now. Starting on the pole will be Dave Brigatti in the number 98. Lou Stroll will be starting second in number 3. Mark Stewart will be starting third in the 81. J.B. Fortin, he's got 1 win this year. He's car number 34. He'll be starting 4th. Matthew Brody starting 5th in a 96. Chris Rogers will be starting 6th in a 00. Mike Grutowski, car number 88, will be starting 7th. Justin Brown, who's got 1 win this year, will be car number 24, starting 8th. And J.R. Bertuccio will be starting 9th. He's got 1 win this year already, too.
It has been a while since we've seen the Tour-type modifieds, the Buzz Chew modifieds.
This is the longest break I think I've ever seen for modifieds.
And they took about, well, they were supposed to have 1 race in July that unfortunately Mother Nature took over. And now the long-awaited return of the modifieds. But they are back here.
This is a stacked heat as well.
It is. And I feel like you could look through both of these heats and find a lot of strong competitors. That's just how the fields have been for the modifieds. We saw last year, our champion, John Beatty, didn't even win a race. We had so many different winners last year.
Oh, it's a new winner every week.
Ooh, the 49 of Chris Young is pulling off the raceway.
That's because I think Chris Young is in the wrong heat.
Oh, that would make sense. He's on the pole for heat number 2, not number 1.
Yeah, he's in the wrong heat.
Well, that'll make sense. Okay. Now we're... And the 45 of Jack Henley Jr. Also starting in heat number 2, and he's in heat number 1 now. He's rolled out with the first heat, so he's going to pull off the raceway here. I'm sure these modified drivers are eager to get back out there on the raceway and run another race. It's been a while, so I can imagine wanting to go out a heat race early, but we do have the field evenly split here between heats 1 and 2, so they'll wait their turn as the modifieds get rolling here. We're going to have 2 hot laps, and we'll be right back.
Two hot laps complete. Going to line this field up and get ready to go.
The Fancy Farmer in that Coors Light number 98, Dave Brigatti, is going to lead this field to green with Lou Stroll in the number 3. It's the first time I believe we've seen that number 3 this year. Riding on the outside. Mark Stewart 3rd. J.B. Fortin 4th. And you got Matthew Brody, Chris Rogers, Michael Rakowski, Justin Brown, and Jared Bertuccio. And the green flag is in the air, and we're underway, and already a big wheel spin. That jumbled up the field right there, but Bergatti's out in front. Now Stewart is 2nd. Brody 3rd, Stroll 4th, but boy, they are just jockeying for positions right now.
Brody got a little loose there. The 3 caught right up. Rutowski all over the back of the 3.
Everyone's jumbling for position right now, and J.B. Fortin's going the wrong direction right now.
Justin Brown has nowhere to go.
All of this happening, though, behind the 98 of Dave Bergatti, who's got to be enjoying this. Big dive bomb for the 88 of Michael Rakowski. He snagged a couple spots that way. Contact behind him. That's Bertuccio and Stroll. We have a slow car in the back stretch. Slow car, that 00 Chris Rogers. Now he's getting ready. He's getting going now.
Chris Rogers slowed down a ton. I don't know what that was all about.
I'm not sure exactly. Maybe he thought he had a tire going down or something here.
That's a good car. I do not want to see that in peril tonight.
Well, the car that identically matches him is leading the race right now. Dave Bergatti, the 98. Those cars, twins out there. Not a nightmare for spotters.
And announcers. Oh, Brody all over the back of the 81. The 81 did not go. Brody gave a nice shove back there.
Brody saying, I'm here. And he wants 2nd place and maybe a little side-by-side battle off of corner number 2. Stewart and Brody.
Oh, they're banging each other's bars.
They are going at it.
They are not happy with each other right now.
But Brody is going to snag 2nd place. And contact.
Rutowski.
But a nice save. Rakowski got in the back of Mark Stewart right there. And these are 12-lap heat, folks. 12-lap heats. So Bergatti's still out in front. Brody is now to 2nd, but a long ways back from the leader. Stewart back to 3rd. Rakowski's in 4th.
We got some fast cars in the back of this pack. Isn't that crazy?
There's fast cars everywhere right here.
J.B. Fortin in the back.
And
Justin Brown.
Well, he kind of got jumbled up right there. We had an interesting start there. The white flag is out. The whole field nose to tail right now. And Dave Bergatti, with all sorts of interesting stuff going on behind him, cruises to a heat race victory. Brody 2nd, Stewart 3rd, Rakowski 4th, and Jared Bertuccio is going to come home in 5th.
I think it was best he didn't look in his mirror.
I'm
there was
sure
a lot
he
going
was
on back there.
I'm sure he was enjoying it. He said, "There's no way these guys are going to catch me."
Good job on that run. All right, heat number 2, we got Chris Young starting first. He'll be in car number 49. Starting second will be C.J. Lehman. He'll be in car 33. Tom Rogers Jr. will be in the car 03. He'll be starting 3rd. John Beatty with 3 wins already this season will be car number 5. He'll be starting 4th. Timmy Salamino with 1 win this year. He'll be starting 5th in car number 66. Dylan Slepian will be in car number 10, starting 6th. Jack Hanley with 1 win this year. He'll be starting 7th in car 45. Owen Grennan will be starting 8th in car number 70. Glenn Stager, car number 48, will be starting 9th.
And John Beatty is obviously one to keep an eye on. He's got 3 wins this year. Tom Rogers Jr., one to keep an eye on because he still sits tied with the all-time wins record for modifieds here at Riverhead Raceway. I believe 63. So now we see Chris Young and Jack Hanley Jr. back out on the raceway. They wanted to run in heat race number 1. They were antsy to get out there, I'm sure, but now they're out in their correct heat.
There was some kind of miscommunications on that part.
It happens.
It happens.
A good, strong set of drivers here. Obviously, you got to always watch out for Timmy Salamito, a feature event.
He'll be in that car 66, the blue, white, and orange.
A lot of strong drivers. This is going to be an exciting feature tonight.
C.J. Lehman at 33 has had some strong finishes here as well.
He has. As we get 2 hot laps going, we'll be right back. 2 hot laps completed. Dennis Freeze just made his way up to the spotter stand. What would we do without Dennis Freeze? None of us would be here. Field sees the one to go this time in modified heat race number 2.
Keep your eye on that red number 5. See where he can go.
Keep an eye on
66.
Keep an eye on it, everybody.
This is a stack feature as
a
well.
lot of people right here, a lot of great drivers. So we'll see how they sort things out for heat race number 2 as Chris Young is going to take the green flag, and we are underway. And a nice organized start into turn 1. Everyone just running side by side. And look at Tom Rogers Jr. trying to open up the inside, but Young's able to hold on to it.
He's pushing.
Lehman's still out there on the outside in second. He's hanging on. Boy, Tom Rogers, he saw the opening right there, and he almost made it work, but Young's still out in front with the lead.
Lehman's on the outside, trying to make it work.
Big slip for Timmy Salamito off of corner number 2. He lost the spot to John Beatty. Field rolls through 3 and 4 across the line. And now Chris Young starting to pull away. Up the track is Dylan Slepian in the 10 behind the field. He loses a spot there. But Young is all by himself right now in the front of the field while everyone else battling another big slide for Timmy Salamito in the 66.
Yeah, he just slid up that turn hard.
He's had a couple of slides so far here in this heat race. He's out there in the clutches of Jack Hanley Jr. and Dylan Slepian. But up at the front of the field, as we see halfway, it's Chris Young, Tom Rogers, John Beatty. Then it's C.J. Lehman, Timmy Salamito, and a good battle behind them with Jack Hanley Jr. and Dylan Slepian. But everyone's kind of worked it out to nose to tail right now.
The 5 of John Beatty's climbing right up on Tom Rogers.
Everyone, I think, another big slide for Dylan Slepian right there. And that's going to allow another side-by-side battle with Jack Hanley. And Owen Grennan's right behind them, trying to make something work there. Hanley, deep drive at a corner number 1 and 2, and he'll stay side-by-side with Slepian. And Owen Grennan now trying to make things happen there on the inside. So, nice battle back towards the rear of the field.
Owen Grennan trying to find a way to go. He can't get around either one of those two.
He's stuck right now, and a nice battle for second going on right now with Rogers and Beatty. And how about Salamito looking to the inside of C.J. Lehman? So battles all around the racetrack, all going on behind the 49 of Chris Young as he will take the white flag. 1 lap remaining for the number 49 of Chris Young. And through 3 and 4, we'll watch how the rest of the field
get there. No, he's not going to make it.
Young will win it. Tom Rogers is second. John Beatty third. Timmy Salamito is fourth. And C.J. Lehman is fifth. And that is how modified heat race number 2 will conclude. And with that,
now we're going to go with the Legend Consi.
you got the legends again.
Starting first will be Ryan Barbieri in the 15. Tucker Bach, we start in second in the 34. The 29, we start in third. That will be Kendall Van Houten. The 43 of Kicksbox, starting fourth. It's Charles Hodge III, starting fifth. 54. Billy King Jr., we start in sixth. Mark Godnick in the 60. Nick Hodge in the 1. And Ed Statlander picking up the rear. This will be the Consi. Winner gets in. All right, got our field getting lined up, ready to go. I do not see Kendall Van Houten. They must not be able to get that car fixed. Shame, she came all the way here from college here tonight. Sacred Heart University. Waiting to see if the 15's rolling, but apparently not, so we're going to roll without him. Okay, we were waiting for the 15, but apparently we're going to go without him. Don't know what the problem is.
Well, we did have a provisional, and it was the 15 of Ryan Barbieri, but he is not out here to take the green flag. Oh.
Oh, he is going to make it. They're opening the gate for him.
Well, I already figured we were going to be missing the 29 after the crash in the heat race.
Yeah,
it'd be tough to fix that car.
I wasn't sure if they get that car back together.
We'll just see how. Well, 15's out. No hood. It's okay, though. Doesn't need one. I don't think.
No hood. We had a car out here with duct tape as a hood.
Yeah, you know what? It held the hood down.
It sure did.
I think Chevy Romney's going to be riding that duct tape all the way throughout tonight's feature. I wouldn't be shocked. Still trying to get the field.
60's got to get on the inside. One's got to get on the outside, and then we can get this going. There we go.
And the 15. All the 15 has to do is take the green flag to get the feature. He is the provisional. As the green flag is out, Charles Hodge III already working over. That's Tuckerbach in the 34.
Oh, the 12 is just shot out.
Well, you know, the
Charles Hodge III up front.
He's going to easily cruise to this lead now. With the 15 being the provisional,
we will still kicks blocks, has pulled it in for a second, but now he's back out on the track.
Maybe having a problem or something.
15 did just pull it into the infield. He doesn't have to race. He just had to start.
And we will be taking the winner, just the winner of the race, to the feature event. So Charles Hodge III is making a good bid to be that driver. And we usually see him in the feature event every week. So obviously fast enough to make
the one
the
goes around.
That is Nick Hodge. Another Hodge going around, and the caution flag is out.
First caution of the Legends so far.
As Nick Hodge spins, that is not what Charles Hodge III wanted to see. But that is our first caution here, and we will see another restart. So 12-lap Consi, 12-lap event.
Field is almost lined up.
getting the one to green. So Charles Hodge, the third. In the number 12. Who took off with the lead here from Tucker Bach in the 34.
Going to go green this time by. 12 starts this race off perfectly.
Absolutely takes off with the lead. Ed Statlander is going to try to chase him down here in the 92.
Hodge is gone.
Just a good start. Good job just firing off. Getting that restart zone. And
92 was a little loose on that one. Surprised nobody dove under him.
Well, we'll see if
Charles
Statlander...
Hodge is gone in that thing.
We'll see if Statlander's able to chase him down, but it's looking... I mean, he's got time. Here, it looks like we're going to be...
Halfway to go this time.
Halfway now, yep. Hodge sees halfway. Got about... Got a good lead over Ed Statlander. Tucker Bach is third. Mark Godnick fourth. Billy King Jr. is fifth. Nick Hodge, and then kicks Bach.
Hodge just needs no caution because he's got a huge lead. Two to go. Charles Hodge has got a couple more laps to go and he gets in the feature. Oh, 54 goes around. Is he going to fire up? Caution checker. All right, we're going to move on to opening ceremonies in a moment. Just give us a couple minutes to get our everything together.